It is a gradual process, taking hold not over weeks and months, but years, decades, and entire lives. The game engraves its way onto the body. It envelops itself around the soul, insistently, excruciatingly, completely. Hockey becomes them.
Your servant I am. Will you give it to me? It seems what's left of my human side is slowly changing in me. Will you give it to me? Looking at my own reflection, when suddenly it changes, violently it changes. Oh no, there is no turning back now. Woken up the demon in me. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it run to me. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You fucker, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. And this is the gift that has been given to me.
Why don't you sit there and smile, Harley? That's what I'm saying. Yo!
Durham and Billingham, two towns in the northeast of England separated by 22 miles, but forever linked through a joint heritage in British ice hockey. Throughout the 80s and 90s, the Durham Wasps and the Billingham Bombers battled regularly for on-ice supremacy, and that legacy is continued in the present day by each town's recreational ice hockey team, the Cleveland Comets and the Durham Dragons. The Cleveland Comets are one of the longest established recreational teams in the UK, whilst the Durham Dragons are the only team to survive the closure of the famed Durham Riverside Rink in the mid-90s. Both teams share a proud history and also a fierce rivalry, and both teams will come face to face with each other in Whitley Bay Ice Rink on the 16th of February. The close proximity of the two teams make this one of the most highly anticipated derbies in the North East ice hockey calendar, with fans of both clubs looking forward to seeing their teams do battle on the ice. The game itself carries a special meaning for the players involved, in particularly for those who will be suiting up against their former teammates for the first time.
Yeah, so I played for Cleveland for 7 seasons, from about 2002-ish, I don't know. Had some good times there, some interesting times, I think. They're a good bunch of guys in the main, some are not, but probably shouldn't say that. So played with them for 7 years, went all over the UK with them, playing different games and so on and so forth. And then just decided I wanted a new challenge, so...
Obviously it's a massive game, one that really sticks out when you say coming up. Got a couple of players like me, Davies, used to play for the Comets, and a couple of Comets who used to play for the Dragons like Sorrell, Spowie. Adds a bit of spice.
Well, that's for the derby. You know, all the boys are up for the derby, especially more so against Durham. You know, it's a big game. It's a big game for myself. I played for the Dragons last season. You know, when I left the Comets, they were, you know, they'd lost the rink to renovation, losing one of the longest serving defensemen, Davy Thackeray, to the big shirt scandal.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough game, I think. They've got some really good players. Obviously, a lot of the guys from when I was there are still there. They're a tough team anyway, and they've added some new faces to the lineup. I think when you play Cleveland, you're always expecting a physical game, and I think, you know, after the last time, I think our guys are under no illusions that they're going to get a tough game from Cleveland, and I think we'll be ready for it when it comes. But you know, we've just got to play our game and hope that, you know, it's good enough on the day to give them a good show. And I think.
You know, they've had a few additions to their team. None really to worry about, you know. I've seen the Brett sign, you know. I've played with Brett against him, and he's a good lad, and I'll be obviously more than the lads what he's capable of if he can still do it.
Some really good players though, a really good team, and I'm hearing that they've added a few great players to an already good team.
And obviously Mr. Davies, who played for the Comets for a good few years, you know. I don't think any of the lads have forgotten how much he chirped up in the last game, which was at the Forum, and he wasn't even playing. So, you know, most eyes will be on how Davies performs. Hopefully he'll play.
Really excited about the Comets game, as you can tell.
At the newly refurbished Billingham Forum, the hometown Comets are in buoyant mood following a hard-fought road victory away to the Blackburn Falcons at the weekend. The Comets, boasting a plethora of new faces, have developed a winning habit over the last few months following the reopening of their home rink. Even with the weekend's victory still fresh in their minds, the prospect of facing the local rivals in the upcoming Whitley Classic is never far from the players' thoughts.
It's more than just a game, really, you know, because we're local rivals, you know, there's bragging rights and stuff like that, you know. It's always good to get one over. I mean, the last thing you want is someone to take the piss out you know, that sort of thing. So, there's a few of us that are actually like all mates, even though we play for different teams, you know, we are actually mates. And obviously you don't want to be at the receiving end of all the jokes, so yeah, there's a lot of pride at stake. Basically, yeah, both teams just want to win it as much as each other. So, same as before, we'll see how it goes.
At their adopted home rink of Whitley Bay, the Durham Dragons prepare to take to the ice for their usual Thursday night training slot. This week is slightly different, however, as preparations for the forthcoming Whitley Classic, as well as an away trip to Dumfries, are put on hold for a public relations photo shoot before the training session.
Okay, I swear I'll behave. You wanted control, so we waited. I put on a show. Now I'm naked. You say I'm a kid. My ego is big. I don't give a shit. And it goes like this. Take me by the tongue and I'll know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I don't need to try to control you. Look into my eyes and I'll own you with the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. Maybe it's hard.
Coming in the next episode.
Labyrinth, come in.
The Comets are rocked by an injury worry.
There's more chance of Davy Thackeray and Popsy playing in this game than I have.
The Dragons prepare to face Dumfries on an away trip. And El Golio pretends that he's cultured by going to the ballet.
I predict an earthquake up in here, 'cause we throw bombs on it, just smash something, yes, march for me, hey, yes. We can make an earthquake up in here.
try and make it look like my hair's not dropping out.